drop-down, and then you would start your screencast. So perhaps if you had YouTube as your Web 2.0 tool, you would want to tell your users how to sign in or how to sign up for an account. Maybe you want to tell them all of these features, music, sports, gaming. I'm going to go ahead and sign in so we can see some of the other features that you might want to talk about. So as you're screencasting, you're talking about the different features. So if YouTube were your tool, you might want to talk about the My Channel section and how to maneuver around the section. You may want to talk about the Video Manager. You may want to talk about some other tools that are available. Audio Library, Channel, Community. Just anything you would like your user to know about YouTube or your Web 2.0 tool. When you are finished, you would then click the button that says Done. Hi, this is Shirley Caruso, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a WikiSpace. The first thing you want to do is go to www.wikispaces.com. When you are creating your account, be sure that you choose the I'm a Teacher account. This will require that you use your .edu, NEIU email address, and there's a confirmation process that you have to go through where WikiSpaces will send a confirmation email to your email account, and from there you will complete the registration process. I've already created an account in WikiSpaces, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, there we go. It's a good thing to notate your username and passwords because we're creating so many accounts in this class. Okay, and as you can see, my dashboard has some WikiSpaces that I have already created, but I am going to create a new wiki for purposes of this presentation and to show you what you will need to do in Assignment 8. So when you create a new wiki, it wants to know your industry, wants to know the name of your wiki. You can choose a name between 3 and 32 characters long. So I'm just going to call this Wiki Sample. I don't believe that they allow any spaces in between the name. And there are some other things that you will need to fill out. Okay, this name is already in use, so I have to create a new name to see if that is available. Okay, so once a WikiSpace is created, here is the name that I have given it. This could also be altered later on by clicking on it and editing the name. But for now, we're going to keep the name the same. Now, looking at some of the assignment details, we need to include a home page that introduces the use of this wiki, include the information presentation using Prezi, the interactive training tutorial with the assessment, the online presentation using Novio, and the instructional video. And you always want to use your own language when putting text information for instruction. Another criteria is that you post at least one meaningful discussion question related to the training topic. So by default, Wiki gives you a home page. So we can see here, highlighted in blue, that we are on a home page. But we're going to edit this, and we are going to make this home page our own. So we click this arrow, put it into the edit mode, and we can change this default language here. So we can say, welcome to HRD 315 Sample Wiki. We want to explain to our users what the use of this wiki is. So I'm going to delete this default information, and I've already prepared on a Word document some things that I wanted to say. So I'm going to copy this, go back to my wiki, and paste in here. You can change the font, color, size, and style, much like you would in Microsoft Word or one of the other Microsoft Office programs. Okay, so I have a little introduction. I'm welcoming my users. I want to demonstrate web-based training, so I'm going to include a few samples. And here I'm letting the users know what they're going to learn from this wiki. So they're going to learn the different types of web-based training, some advantages and disadvantages of web-based training, and they will also see some examples of web-based training and engage in a discussion. So if I want to make this bulleted, I could add the bulleted text. So up here is your editing bar. I want to also include a picture here. So with this widget, you can insert different files. See if I have any pictures stored that would really be okay for me to use, that would look like web-based training. It doesn't look like I do, so I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to find a picture. And remember, if you are borrowing an image from another source, you have to cite your source. So I look to see which picture I would like to use. I think I like this one. So I'm going to save the image to my video library. my picture library. I'm going to save it as PNG. Okay. So then when I go back to my WikiSpace to upload a picture, it should be here. Here it is. Okay, so this is the one I want to choose, and it has inserted it. Once it's inserted, I can resize. And I can position it to where I would like. And I think I'm going to put this at the end here. Could probably make it a little bit larger. And I think I really probably would want it to appear first. A nice picture first, and then a welcome message. Okay, I'm going to preview this to see if I like how it looks. Okay, so far so good. So I have my image and I have my introduction, introducing the use of the wiki. I'm going to save that. And now I need to add the various components that I've been building all semester. So I want to add different pages. If this is home page is the page that I wanted to post my discussion, I would choose this icon, give my discussion a subject, and post some sort of question. You could post a discussion on any part of your wiki. You could wait until you wanted to talk about maybe the PowerPoint presentation, or you want to talk about the Novio. Just for purposes of demonstrating how to create a discussion, I'm going to put the discussion right here on the first page, and I'm going to call it Web-Based Training, and I'm going to think of a question here. So what are your experiences with web-based training? In your response, please be sure to include the topic of your training, the amount of time you were allowed to complete your training, and whether or not you feel the training was beneficial. Okay, so there's a meaningful post. The discussion has been added. And by clicking the home page and scrolling down, I can see that my discussion has been added here, and users are allowed to comment on this discussion. I can also see that by default, some other discussions have been added, and I want to delete these. So that I only have one discussion. Okay, so I have a home page, I've included an image, and I've decided to include a discussion here, but you can include a discussion at any point in your tutorial. Now I want to add another page, and here's where I do that, add page, and this time I'm going to add my informational presentation using Prezi, so I'm going to call it employee orientation. If you want to create tags, this would allow users, if you make your WikiSpace public, to easily find wikis that are exclusive to the topic of your pages. For now, I'm just going to leave that blank, and I'm going to create the page, and I'm going to do some editing. So I want to include my Prezi presentation. I've already logged into Prezi, and I'm going to select which Prezi I want to include. And I think I'm going to choose this one. And what I want to do is I want to share it by copying the embed code, because I'm going to embed it right into my wiki. So I copied the embed code. I'm going to go back to my WikiSpace, and I'm going to use this widget to insert the embed code. Other HTML, paste the embed code that I have copied, and save. And now my Prezi is inserted. I'm going to preview to see what that looks like. And here you can see it has embedded. Now there's some things that you can do to this embed code. And if we click on it, it opens the embed code, and we kind of look at some of the attributes. Now here we see the width and the height. If we wanted to increase that, we could just by editing the sizes that have been included here. So we can alter these width and height dimensions to make our Prezi presentation appear larger or smaller within our WikiSpace. Okay, so I think I like how that is looking, but I think I want to center this in the middle. I have centered it, so let's hope that it saves and centers. Okay, really didn't do a lot of centering, but I think we can drag it along a little bit this way. Okay, a little too much, so let's bring it over a little bit this way. Okay, I'm going to just leave it like this for now. And remember, you really need to tell your learners, even in this platform, what you want them to do. So I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to edit, and I'm going to add some text. And I think I would like to add the text before the widget here. So I'm going to click on there. Just to give my users some direction. And I'm going to make this the heading. Please view this orientation to, and you could put the name of your company. I'm just going to say Northeastern. Okay, save it. Okay, so I've added a page and I have my Prezi. Now I'm going to add, you can determine whether or not you want to add a discussion here. And I'm going to add another page because now I would like to put my interactive tutorial with the assessment. And I'm just going to call it tutorial with assessment. You can call it whatever you have named your tutorial. Create. Okay, here is my new page. And I am going to go to OneDrive Live because that's where I have uploaded my PowerPoint and tutorial so that I can generate an embed code. So just for purposes of this presentation, I'm going to say that this is my tutorial. As soon as I put a check mark in the upper right hand corner, I have the option to generate an embed code. So I'm going to copy this, go back to my wiki, please complete this tutorial and assessment. Welcome to Effective Communication, a computer-based tutorial. Okay, go ahead and add my widget, HTML, paste the embed code I just copied, save. And here it is. If I want it to go to the next line, also you can resize. You need to find the height and the width. Here it is 402 by 327. I want to make it quite a bit larger, so I'm going to go up 200. Let's preview. We can see now. Welcome to Effective Communication, a computer-based tutorial. And we can see that all of our hyperlinks have been preserved, and any sound, any video that you have included will be honored. Welcome to Effective. Okay. Maybe I want this instruction here to appear larger. So I'm going to say that it's a heading. You could also make it larger by going to the size here. You can make it very large. Okay.
Welcome to.
So I have a page that says employee orientation. I have a page that says tutorial with assessment. And now I need to include my online presentation using Novio. So I am going to add a page. And you have titled your presentation. I'm just going to title this Novio presentation. When I do that, a new page comes up. I'm going to give some instruction to my learners. And I'm going to go to Novio to get an embed code so that I can embed this into my PowerPoint, into my WikiSpace. I'm going to choose this one, Share, Get Embed Code. Make sure you're copying the entire code. Copy. Go back to your WikiSpace. Use the widget. Other HTML. Paste it. Save it. And let's see what we're looking like here. Can we see that the way it came out is that we have to use the slide bar to really see everything. So we're going to try to do some adjusting to the code. This code really doesn't give us the option to increase the size. So we're going to do a little bit something different. We can try centering it and stretching out the widget so that it resizes and we can see the entire player. Okay, and it's a little bit small, but we can see the entire player here. Another thing we can do, I'm going to delete this just for now, is we can insert a table that kind of gives our Novio presentation a frame. It's a workaround with the embed codes that don't really let you resize based on a code with a height and a width dimensions. So now that I have a table here, I'm going to stretch the table out. And within this table, I'm going to make it really large. Within the table, this is where I'm going to insert the embed code. See if I can get it to appear just a little bit better. Okay, still a little bit small. Okay, that's better. It's larger and I can view my note view. This one actually doesn't have sound, so I'm not able to let you hear the recording, but yours will have sound. So I'm going to save it. Once I do that, I have some instructions for the learner, and I have my Novio presentation embedded. Okay, so that page is complete. The next thing I need to do is insert my instructional video that I created using YouTube. So I am going to add another page. I'm just calling mine YouTube video, but you have a nicer name for yours. I'm going to give some direction to my learner. Okay, you know, on some of these instructions, you might even want to tell them what to do next. Okay. So I am going to go to YouTube. Find the video that I would like to share. Copy the embed code. Go back to WikiSpace. Use my widget. Insert my code. Preview. Okay, there it is. Let's see if we can make it a little larger. Double click to see. Yes, now here we can adjust the height. So I'm going to bump it up like 300. Make it really large. Let's see how that looks. Okay, really nice and large. Let's see if I can make this centered. Okay, it's not liking the center feature today, but at least it's a nice and large view, and if we play this video, you can see the sound and everything is intact. So I'm going to save this. So we have created our Wiki Classroom. We have a home page. We have an employee orientation, a Novio presentation, a tutorial with assessment, and a YouTube video. Now, if you would like to, let's say you wanted to rearrange these pages, you can do some editing here. But usually, as you create the page, WikiSpaces anticipates the order of the pages. Just going to go back to my wikis. My NEIU wiki. Oops, that is not the right one. I've located my wiki on my third page. And here it is, HRD 315 sample. And as you can see, I have a home page, employee orientation, no VO presentation, tutorial with assessment, and YouTube video. And my home page introduces the use of the wiki, and it has a discussion posted. So this WikiSpace now meets all the criteria of the assignment. And to share it, you would go to Members, choose Invite People, and this is where you would type in my email address. So you would share it with me via email. I hope you have found this tutorial on how to create a Wiki Classroom beneficial. See you soon.